Straight into it. This is Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. Look at the detail on that. Now, before I get mega hyped straight away, of course, these are early screenshots. We don't know what this is running on. Is it a Series S? Is it a PC? Is these the best shots they can have? There are a few jaggies, but I don't even care. This looks sick. We got a first look at dealerships and how they work, including information on workshops and just how the game plays, the lifestyle elements that Test Drive needs. Here's another shot of a Porsche in a dealership with a guy stood in the distance, looming. But it looks super sick. This is a very expensive dealership, obviously, massive in fact, and it kind of makes me hope that we're going to see people walking around and things. We'll get into the details after. I've not even properly read them yet. I wanted to get excited with you guys. Now, this is a classic Mustang, and in the distance, something else classic, because in case you didn't know, this is a classic cars dealership. It's people at the desks. We got the full dealership experience. That's what Test Drive's about, baby. Right. Question though, why is this hypercar 918 Porsche sat in a more basic dealership than this Porsche right here? Swap? All right, it's just a joke. It's fine. This image, though, is one of the coolest for sure. We've got the SLK sat there, open ready, meaning we can obviously open doors, walk around. There's a lot of space between these are massive dealerships. But I'm guessing player character. Again, this one looks a bit more concept image to me, though I can't jump in and say that. I don't know for a fact. And this looks more legit game, which is, I'm so happy. You know what? I'm going to say this is actual legit image because games today still can't do blur through windows. So everything's super sharp. That's a dead giveaway. Next up, we've got the A1, A2 dealership, whatever that. These look mental. We got some cars here. Is that an Apollo? Mate, that's proper Test Drive over there. And I can't even tell what that is. And that looks like a... Is that a 370Z? There's something not right there. What the hell? Apollo Intensa. That is sick. I may have driven it before, but I can't remember. However, it looks sick in orange. Maybe I drove it in like a black or something. And finally, one of the shots that was kind of hidden in the banner, a preview of the building, of the workshop, and the city streets. Look at those reflections looking really good. These are not the highest quality images for sure. I'm not even jumping in and say that, but it looks great. The reflections in the road and stuff look really good. I feel like this is just really compressed imagery. But of these images, there's more information. And this is a big step in Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. Reason is they've decided that every month now they're going to give us more information about the game leading up to launch, which makes me think it's close. I mean, it's gotta be, right? And this, it's just the images. Over the coming months, they have confirmed they're gonna give us the following: screenshots and exclusive concept art, gameplay details, live game sessions with the developers, and information on the testing phases. Testing, whoa. Testing a realistic dealership experience. Buying a car in TDU isn't a trivial matter. It rewards the efforts you've made to make enough money, and the decision shouldn't be taken lightly. So here they have confirmed, of course, you go to dealerships with your monies, you go and choose a car that you're going to customize, check out the models in the showroom, test drive them. I feel like they couldn't call it test drive unless you get looking at the specs and finally making the big decision. And then you can add the personal touch of adding paint jobs, interior, rims to customize your car. Interior customization, right? That's sick. It's probably just paint, right? But still, that's more than a lot of games today. Here they've confirmed 14 specialist dealerships, including Italian, American, German, supercar, off-road, or GT, which is very cool because obviously they have a simulation background. We actually explored what the game may look like. Here from the creative director, all interaction happens with other players in what we call social hubs. Like all areas, you can move our avatar around, meet other people, chat with other car enthusiasts. We think it's essential that players can meet and communicate with each other. You can then decide to play together and greatly increase the fun of driving around in amazing cars and earning bonuses at the same time. Thank you. Genuinely, I was a little bit worried that we wouldn't get that full test driving experience, but that's what it's about. The test driving of cars, going to the dealerships, experiencing, feeling rich. You know, it's the rich baboon simulator. They've also confirmed that you could upgrade your performance, power-wise, traction to make a more playful car, including building drift cars, which is so awesome because the handling in the previous test drive, it wasn't fantastic. It was never really fantastic, but again, having the background they have, this is going to be a lot better. To do that, you jump to the workshops. Want to flaunt your street or sharp style with a full or partial paint job? The workshops can do that too. From suspensions to gearbox to complete configuration of the engine, they've simplified it to make it so that it's power, traction, acceleration, braking. There are 13 customizable performance parts across 6 categories of combustion cars and 12 customizable performance parts across 6 categories for electric cars. Oh, we've yet to see a game that does proper decent upgrades for electric cars. This would be really interesting. Are we going to overclock motors? Now, I do want to say it sounds like there's going to be no visual customization. From what they're explaining here, it's just talking about livery editor and paint and chrome paint and metallic paint and matte paint, and they haven't put a lot of emphasis on that, but maybe that's coming a little bit later. But it wouldn't make sense. They're already talking about workshops. So it is worth noting that they again have a passive more simulation. So when they talk performance parts, are we going to have wings and aero customization that we can do to the cars that is performance? I don't know where we're going, but there's no proper look. They obviously did mention specifically the wheel customization, which is again usually labeled as visual customization, and nothing else was mentioned, like spoilers and splitters and things like that. It's a lot of work, and Test Drive from memory didn't really have that anyway, so they might get away with it. But hopefully in the future we see something like starting with JDM cars, because I don't want to get to a Forza situation where they have too many cars, and so then all we get is Forza Aero on the coolest Japanese JDM whatever cars. That would be very frustrating. So they did, however, confirm that these workshops are also community spaces where you can see people's customizations and such. That is awesome, and it makes me hope that they're going to go for clubs and stuff as well. But whatever, I'm happy with this. They have done what I was worried about. I mean, they've done what I was worried about them not having. That makes more sense. They go on to mention that there will be more updates every month until, or hopefully until launch, which is pretty exciting. I don't know about you, but seeing a game from the end of the 2000s era, I think say the end of 2011, 2012, 2008 to like 2012 were amazing years for racing games. I feel like that was the peak of creativity in the racing game sphere, but to see a returning classic game coming back, one of the most loved, and one I feel like more people should have been able to enjoy. This is amazing, and I'm excited, and I hope you are too. Now the question is, what do you want to see next in this? Because again, we've got months, hopefully, of content coming out, information that you, well, haven't heard of before. I want to see information on the casino. Obviously, there's got to be a casino. They keep showing it. Or the like gambling side of things. That was super important in Test Drive Unlimited 2. It seems to play a big part in the CGI trailers. But I think the most important thing after they've shown, well, the most important thing is the houses, the customization, the buying. Can we buy a yacht? Is it gonna have these beautiful vista locations from our house? Can we hold house parties? What is going on with the houses? That's important. And maybe the avatar. There's so much stuff they need to show. And if you want more Solar Crown information and what it might look like, check out this video, smash like, subscribe, and peace.